Hello everybody and welcome to our first Trinity 10 of the week. I do apologize about not finishing last week's video on SMART goals. My phone actually ended up running out of storage and yeah, it kind of made me upset. I was about 7 minutes into Thursday's video when my phone just went completely out, but not to, be sad or cry over spilled milk. Most of us have heard of SMART goals. Like I said, the SMART goals topic was more of just like a reintroduction, kind of like jumping back into everything that I do here with Trinity by giving you specific business topics and allowing you to know how to run your business properly, what's required for setting up your infrastructure, as well as allowing you to innovate and create as you go along instead of just sticking with what you put in place in the beginning, right? So SMART goals, again, is pretty fundamental for anybody. It's like business 101. So in your free time, please go back and check on that acronym and then also apply it to your business. Don't just check on information. Don't just look up information. Truly apply it to your business, apply it to your life. Even if you have a goal to purchase a home, purchase a car, send your kids to college, whatever it is, make sure you incorporate your SMART goals so that you can in turn see the results of that planning. And then once you see the results of that planning, it'll make you want to do it again, right? Okay. So for this week's topic, I actually wanted to speak about regaining traction. And that's something that I'm actually doing with Trinity Professional Group. I had to kind of reassess what it is that I'm doing, where I'm going. And for me, this week, even I decided to take this week off just to kind of get my brain together, wrap my mind around my business, not be anybody else's employee and have to worry about their rules for the week, right? Just kind of get myself to where Trinity Professional Group is my focus, along with Freddie's Right Way, of course, but Trinity Professional Group being my focus, get back on my videos, delve back in, write up anything that I need to write up, my contracts or whatever I need to tweak, just really be focused. And that is what I mean by regaining traction. When you regain traction, I think most of us know that when we're driving, sometimes it rains, and then when it's raining, there's that standing water on the road, right? There's that water where if you are going too fast, your tires are no longer gripping the road. And so in that moment, you kind of swerve a bit and you have to remain calm in order to keep your car from going off into a ditch or hitting a tree. So that's kind of what it is when it comes to our businesses. Some of the things that can kind of detour us are like low sales or a missed quota, high competition, branding discrepancies, right? Things like that kind of derail us a bit. We have to make sure that we are truly in line with what it is that our business is doing. We're in line with what our business stands for. And in doing this, there are those things that you're going to run into. And then for when you're going along and you're continuously going faster, there's also what I call an oil slick, right? An oil slick is the worst in the rain, because it's so much harder to get out of, right? So some of the bigger, more weighted things that kind of come to shift you would be like an investor pulling out, your manufacturer went out of business, your base material price is hiked, and your personal life issues. I know so many times we try and remove emotion from business, and I've spoken on that before, removing emotion from business or removing life from business, and that is not true. It's just impossible, you guys. You have children, you have your home, you have your car, you have your the rest of your family. It is impossible to completely remove your personal life from your business, but at the same time, we cannot allow it to detour us or allow us to lose traction. And our traction is where we're going. Our traction is our trajectory for our business. Our traction is our next sales goal. Our traction is our next milestone that we want to reach in business, right? Kind of recapping on those SMART goals again. It's our next goal that we have in the pipeline. And in order to achieve that, we have to keep our traction. But like I said, it's not always easy. Traction is something that when you're focused and you're going and you're just full of light, you're full of energy, you're full of excitement for what is to come. But it doesn't always happen that way. That the rain comes, right? The customers aren't biting like you want them to bite. The advertisement company didn't get your campaign out in time, or you had to end up paying more, or you have a huge order of product that is no longer in season. Now your liquid is tied up in these assets that aren't moving, right? So there's so much that goes into business, and Regaining your traction sounds good on the surface, but it is a process, and there's nothing wrong with that being a process, you guys. Take your time with yourself. Take your time with your business. Again, like I say all the time, we are doing something that most people will not do, something that most people cannot do because they can't get over their fear. They can't get over their doubt. They can't get over the fear of being critiqued or having their work on display and somebody not appreciate it or somebody not like it, right? So there's so many things that go into business that some people just cannot do. So if you're doing it, regaining your traction should be the least of your worries. You started. Some people didn't even start, right? So when you're on this rainy road and you're continuing to move forward and you have those things, like I said, an investor pull out or your branding didn't come back on time, regaining your traction, I narrowed it down into 3 simple steps, okay? So the first one is going to be to slow down. With anything, when you're in the midst of chaos, when you are feeling the uneasiness of the car, when you feel it about to swerve out of control, or you feel yourself no longer on the ground like you're used to, in those moments, the first thing you want to do is freak out, right? Like you want to freak out and figure out how you can get back to normal, right? But don't do that. If you can, prevent yourself from freaking out. At least take a breath or remove yourself from the issue, right? So let's say you are in a position to have some executives up with you, you have your leadership team, and everybody's coming to you telling you, oh my gosh, the machine is on fire, the machine is on fire, the machine is on fire. Or, oh my gosh, we're out of product, right? So in those moments like that, the first thing you want to do is just jump and go, in full-blown rescue mode. You want to figure out where the product is. You want to figure out how to put out the fire. You want to find out where the employees are or why they're not working, or you want your metrics up right now. You want the computer system up. You want your software to be ready to go. And that's not how it happens, you guys. We have to calm down. And that's something I've been telling myself as well, even with Trinity Professional Group. Things aren't going like I want them to go. This is just awful. I'm just going to freak out. I'm just going to stop. I'm just going to do this and do that. And we have to keep ourselves from having that reaction. We cannot be reactionary. When you're an entrepreneur and there's so much depending on you, we have to be proactive, which is why setting up infrastructure is so important, because you already have the groundwork you need to adjust for anything that could go wrong, right? So if I have a plan in place for when there's a fire with my machine, it keeps me from having to scream at my employees and tell everybody to just get out. We're wreaking havoc. We don't know our count of employees for the night. We don't know any of these things. We're just reacting to the fire, right? But if I have infrastructure where we've gone over the fact, like, hey, whenever there's a fire, we go out our east entrance. We go out the east entrance because it's the side where we have the least wind, or it's the side with no windows, or whatever it is, right? So there are so many things that happen when you put your infrastructure in place that prevents you from having to be reactionary. You're more so trying to keep the course, right? The road doesn't end just because you experience hydroplaning or you no longer have traction on the road, right? The road doesn't end. Your reaction to that slight deterrence, your reaction to how those things are out of control at this moment is what determines your success. It's what determines if you regain your traction at all, or if you end up spiraling and doing something completely out of control that is not aligned with your business to begin with, on top of not being aligned with your infrastructure, right? So that's why we have to slow down. You don't want to make a permanent decision based on a temporary instance, okay? We do not want to make a permanent decision based on a temporary instance. We do not want to automatically go and buy another machine when that wasn't the issue. We don't want to automatically just go and buy a whole bunch of products because we're out and we overorder on the next shipment just to make sure that we don't run out again, right? Calm down. You need to calm down and fully assess what's going on. If you calm down, this gives you a chance to look at things objectively instead of just focusing on one area. So if you don't focus on the fact that you're out of product and you start worrying about why people aren't pulling it, your focus is on the wrong thing, which is why you have to calm down. They can't pull what's there, right? So once you calm down and you can see everything in totality, this provides you with the accurate steps you need to take. This allows you to not make a permanent decision based on a temporary occurrence. And in that, you begin to build your business confidence. You begin to, once you regain that traction, it feels good again. You're like, okay, now I'm back on track. I can feel the road. I can feel where I'm going, right? So our first step, like I said, how to regain traction is going to be to calm down. Okay, you guys, of course it is Fredrina with Trinity Professional Group. Don't forget about my book, The Conscious Leader. I still have links available on my page. I absolutely love my book. It gives you real world examples of how to handle your team, how to build with your team, and how to show them the compassion they need to make your business grow. You're nothing without your people, you guys. Again, Fredrina with Trinity Professional Group, and I will see you on Thursday's video. Have a great day.